Again, y'all can unmute at any time. Feel free. Questions, comments, chart ideas, whatever. That a dog doesn't care about human life. QQQ. All right. Boop, 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 boop. Data dog. Yeah, data dog going bonkers. Data dog, bigger scope. And right now is really just giving us that bull flag breakout on the weekly. So that's a big move potential. We based out very heavy here. We're coming up to these highs. So the bull flag breakout would lead me to say that we should be coming back up towards about the 130 area. However, all of this resistance that we see right here around 111, 110, 111, right? This weekly high was 116, this weekly high 111, 112, 115, 118. So a lot of weekly highs, a lot of potential resistance there. We have to see how that handles that. But overall, big bullish weekly bull flag breakout that looks like there's a lot of room to run on Data Dog. All right. A lot of room to run has been shooting up. As always, you can just look for a pullback if you want to catch a pullback for a bounce. You can go off of open and close levels or off of your recent lows and just look for a pullback to one of those. One day you'll get it. All right, and then you'll be able to take that continue move on up. Google. They got earnings coming up. Yeah. Google rejected resistance right there. So Google looks like it's fighting to make a new 52-week high as well. We got Microsoft making 52-week highs. We got the Qs making 52-week highs. We got Apple that was making 52-week highs. So Google kind of in that same boat. We're trying to fight for 52-week highs. We can go to the weekly big bullish engulfing. Saints look damn, they're the same as Datadog almost. Where we have another flag that we're coming in, breaking out of. And so another one that looks like it has room to run would be Google. Same thing as before with Datadog. And you can trade it on a bigger scale. You have to go longer on your contracts, right? Smaller scale, you can try to catch a little pullback for a continuation. Find you entries like these inside candles we got on the 2 hour. All right, where right now we ended up testing the high of that one, starting to break into it. So you can look at that and trade the breakout of that up to this high here. And then look for a continuation if the momentum is there to carry you up. Right? When we have the inside candles, we can drop down smaller time frames and really see the consolidation that's building up prior to a potential breakout. All right, so all that consolidation before we get a potential breakout, or before we get a breakout. Target. Bum, 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 bum. Let's go ahead and hit the week real quick. Target, that daily probably been great. Still a lot of rejections here. All right, so you got a lot of rejections here. Failing to break up, failing horribly to break up to the upside. So a target given all these wicks where we fail to move up on the weekly and actually hold up there. We do have support that's being held very strong here. I would look more towards the break of support just off of that. What you get now is that bear flag move, right, where you have that move down. So opposite the bull flag, you have that consolidation that's a little bit higher, or more of a pennant rather, because you're not making higher highs. All right, so you get a pennant look with target, even though we had that bullish engulfing. bunch of inside weeks. There's a lot of movement sideways. I'm not breaking above the resistance at all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, and we're coming right back down to the support again. See if that support breaks. You got a lot of room to drop if that support breaks. Down to 127. You got a little gap right here, down at 126.60. So you got some room to fall on target. Yeah, target mad inside week. So when it moves, it's gonna move. When it moves, it's gonna move. It's just a matter of when that's gonna be. But right now, it's like even the inside weeks aren't taking it anywhere. Right, it's still being contained. So with that, you just slide out even bigger time frame. No, we shouldn't have that yet. So, all right, we see that's contained right there. And so we look for a breakout on the 3-week time frame. If you can pull up 3-week, look for a breakout that way, and you should have a big move on target. Once it does break through a certain level, or break through one of these levels on the 3-week. But to me, it looks weak given that it keeps failing to break to hold those highs. It just keeps coming up there, dropping back down. Cues. Bullish, 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 bullish. A bullish engulfing on the cues. Right, I think fundamentally everything is pretty high right now. We could throw an RSI on here real quick and see that. All right, we're overbought. You don't need the RSI to tell you that, but all right, clearly overbought on the weekly. Take it down to the daily, also overbought on the daily. When you have a lot of stuff that's overbought, right, multiple time frames overbought, then you're more likely to start seeing that pullback or correction. With the cues, we also have gaps below, right? So this is the one that recently just got filled back to the downside. We have this one open here, and then we have whoop, whoop, and then we also have one right there that's open. All right. You want to take a play on cues, let it come down and fill the gap. All right, let it come down, fill the gap, and then look for your continued move up. Still making higher highs, still making higher lows. Everything's still bullish for now, but you want to take it calm. Don't buy it when it's at its peaks. All right, let it come back down. We see we're making this move down. Let it come back down. You got a nice support right here. Previously resistance, turn support. All right, let it come back down. Close the gap. If you want to take it up higher. Upstart. Want the chart to show me what I want to see. We had a bull flag here that broke out on Upstart. Kicked us higher. And then now on the 2-hour, we have another one. All right, what we got? Move here. A little pullback. All right, so looking for that move. Currently inside on 2-hour. You can just let it take out the 2-hour and start looking for that for a continued move up. On Upstart, you got your support right here as well. All right, it's like a triple bottom on a smaller time frame. 1, 2, 3. Now you take that down to the downside, you're breaking that support. A lot of room to drop after that huge move up. All right, so you got opportunity both ways on Upstart, breaking down or continuing to break to the upside. RBMS, never heard of it, never traded it, but doo-doo, doo-doo. All right, so we got that trend line right there, right? And all the trend lines is telling us is an easy way to see that we're making those higher lows. So that's a good spot for a bounce right there. Take the break of that high. All right. We're inside here. High is 61.95. You can take 61.96. 61.96. Take that as a break up. You can stop out. You can stop out on a close below the trend line. All right, and now you have potentially reversal. Because then you're looking at making a leg lower to come down to test that support at 60. So you got room there. You take it up. All right, close out these candles. Still got move up. Your last move up was a new higher high. All right, so we're looking at that as well. Keeping in mind there's a bunch of selling happening up in here. So very nice take profit area. But overall, assuming we don't have a crazy gap up, crazy gap down, if you can grab it right there, stop out right below there and take it on up. You have a pretty good risk to reward on that trade, lots of room to gain, very minimal loss. You get that break below that trend line. Most likely, break and close at least, most likely you're going to come down here and then here. All right, no reason to hold on to that trade much longer. And you look at all these inside candles, you could just trade the break of. Why not? Why not just trade the break of that? All right, demand right there. Why not just trade that break? Trade that break. Trade that. Trade that break. Trade that break. Trade that break. Let's go to the week. That week look weak. Not really. Trade that break. Trade that. Trade that break. All right. So we got some resistance there. All right, kicking down on NU. All right, just like the other one, right? We don't need to throw the RSI on there, but I will to tell you that this is overbought. Right, is it gonna be at 70? 72? Let's take a guess. Yes. 72? 70? Pay me. Somebody. Anybody will put no money on that? We ain't bet on what the RSI was gonna be? No. Man, I tell you, man. 72. All right, so RSI overbought. Yeah, so we got hot over RSI here, rejecting resistance. And so you can trade that break on the small level, or let it come down, break here, and then drop down and close out that other candle right there, right? Pop. Walmart bouncing off of support resistance. Yeah, so well, I mean, it's an easy way to look for stuff to trade. You're trading the resistance plus the RSI that's overbought. A lot of times that'll end up working out for you, right? Because that means the RSI being overbought means it had a very strong move that can likely be running into exhaustion. And then you have resistance, which is already, the price level where a lot of sales are at. I was expecting more credit in the chat for me knowing what the RSI was going to be at without the RSI on the actual screen. But it's okay. Y'all don't like magic. I get it. Let's keep rolling. Rolling. Micron. Rolling. Rolling. Trade that break. Trade that break. Trade that break. All right. Micron came down, bounced out the demand zone. Nearly bullish engulfing. But it's not. So Micron looking good. We're gonna drop it down a little time frame. Bam. 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 Mm-mm. 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 All right. We got the smiley face pattern. Eye, mouth, smiley face, hair. All right. So you got your face pattern, also known as an inverted head and shoulders. Bam. Feel me? Sometimes y'all can have fun on the charts. All right. You got inverted head and shoulders. Looking for a kick up. Now we did push through, ended up rejecting right back down here. Seeing that rejection, you ultimately would probably want to see an actual close up there. All right. but it did start kicking through that neckline, just shot back down. So that just looks too much like a face to me. Oh, but yeah, there goes some laughs in the chat. Come on, relax a little bit. Oh, but yeah, so look for Micron to kick back up there and break through it. That's really what I would say. I would be looking for is that actual continuation. Targets. All right, we can just measure out the shoulder neckline. Boop 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 boop. All right, 216. Flip that up from the neckline. 216. It'll drop us right around here. This kind of matches along with this resistance over there. And then from the head up, about 430 or so, 440. All right, flip it around, 440, which takes us just about to this resistance right here. Resistance, 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 resistance. I love how they always line up like that, or almost always. So cool little thing to see. Tesla into earnings. I'm shorting it. Nah, I don't know. So Tesla, somebody want to tell me what the RSI is at before I pull it up? Make sure I didn't think it was cool that Tesla is pushing up resistance right now. All right, so we had this big resistance, huge kick up, little pullback, huge kick up. Zoom out. So we'll see how it moves next week. Earnings is what, on like Wednesday or something? Wednesday. I thought I could click on it and it would tell me. That's fine. I'll do that. Wednesday. All right, cool. So we'll see how it moves through this resistance or if it rejects it down. Thing I don't like about when it's like huge levels, because what I'm feeling is it's going to either shoot up to this resistance or shoot down and close this gap. Now, I haven't looked at the actual implied move that, they're pricing in for, but, that's just how it often works a lot of times with earnings is where it'll move to a level. Just like over here, all right, we see that there was a gap right here, all right? Earnings gapped. Where did it open at? The low of right here, and then what did it do? Come down, close the gap, all right? And that was an 8% move. So Tesla is certainly capable of having those big moves. Here we have a 9% move, $17 down. All right, so certainly capable of making those types of moves happen, or even coming down and closing this gap. That would probably be more realistic than this one off the initial move, closing this gap. So that'll be a $20 move that way. That'll be about a $30 move up. Want to see if it breaks that resistance. If it breaks that resistance, I wouldn't be surprised to see it keep kicking up. But there's a lot more things I want to look at a little bit closer to the actual earnings date before we just go ahead and say what we think is going to happen. So I'll keep it rolling, rolling, rolling. ARK, Bank of America, cool. Anybody want to say what Tesla RSI is at? 68. I was thinking 66. ARK. Kind of forgot about ARK. They was trying to dog Kathy Woods, drag her through the mud. Drag Kathy through the mud, I tell you. The mud. The moody. I could really drag that out like that. And let it pull back some more. I'll let ARK pull back some more, probably just close this little gap. Look for a bounce there. Been making a strong move up. I'm pretty sure Tesla holds a high. I think Tesla's pretty heavy in ARK's holdings. What does this? Does it take me to their website? Nah, it doesn't. ATFDB. Holdings, Tesla. Yeah, boy knows something. I know a little something. So there we go. So yeah, probably what will happen with ARK is some movement that's similar to Tesla's earnings. Kind of got to see. I think this big kick it's had lately really came from Roku and Coinbase. All right. So, with ARK, I'll let it pull back some. Looks like it could be good to keep going up. But I have to be a little careful with earnings for Tesla coming around. Slide out a couple things. Looks like we got pretty big week, which again can be contributed or attributed to Coinbase having a huge week and Roku having a huge week. Roku meeting this resistance here and supply. Grab the highlighter on accident. And then coin, same deal. All right. So with that, basically if these two pull back after their huge week, ARK should pull back. We'll see what happens with Tesla. It is making a nice breakout on the weekly. But remember, the ETFs move based on the stocks that are actually making up those ETFs. So you get a better idea how ETF might move when we look at how the stocks that make up its top 5 holdings will probably move. And I think we got one more chart request, and that is Bank of America and Walmart. All right. Bank of America breaking out, shot back in. That's looking bearish. Banks jumped up and then just dropped right back down. So we had this symmetrical triangle, all right, which in all reality is really coming from this little bearish move down. Right. So the bear pennant, but broke out to the upside, coming back, retesting it on 4-day, go down to the 2. Right, see the same sort of deal. They didn't even have earnings yet. So their earnings is Tuesday. Again, another one where you just gotta see how the earnings play out. It breaks back inside of this, then we could see that earnings carry it back down to the lower level. And bounces off of this, we could see earnings start kicking it back up. Let's see where it is on the bigger scheme of things. All right, pretty low. But I think if we just look at how it plays out, then we'll see where earnings moves it to. It's another earnings thing. Right, just gotta see how the earnings play out. And then the last one, Walmart. That song been in my head all day. Pump it up. Bam. Walmart bouncing off support. Closed near its high day, 1 cent off. A little inside joint on the weekly. So you could let the weekly break out the inside. Or you could just take the break of the daily high on 154.68. Could take the break of that high. And just take it back up to the high this day. Right, before you actually catch the move on a weekly. Because all in all, right, you're still dealing with just consolidation of it trading inside a little box. All right, it's bouncing off the bottom of the box, breaks out that midway point of the box. You look at it to come back up to the top of the box. All right. Appreciate y'all for coming out. I'm gonna put this in the chat. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all can hit me up over the weekend. I'll see y'all later. Outro.